Philippine artists, original artists in terms of sinulog or whatever. Mahulog eh.
Kuwang ang artist.
Yeah, we need more. We need more. But in terms of sound, we're there. And then the talent is there.
The diversity also, right?
Diversity. We just need more of them. More of them, like encouraging.
The more successful the existing ones are, the more of them will follow, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't escape the financial side of it, right? If it's possible for people,
Yeah.
more and more people want to do that too, right? Aside from the artistic satisfaction of it all, right?
Of course. That's why we were the ones who's trying to do trial and error. When we have a solid partner.
105.1. So to my delight, I was surprised that one of the dancers actually danced to that song, Senior Citizen from Aggressive Audio. Ang ato mga amigos sa Aggressive Audio, naminaw na ito karon sa pinamungahan, ilang gibuhat, ilang extend ilahang antena
para maabot ang 105.1 TMC ngadto sa pinamungahan, which is very interesting and very heartwarming nga natay mga tigpaminaw as far away as Pinamungahan. Kaya ba mo asan ng Pinamungahan, guys? Ha?
Kaya ba ka dyan?
Ha? Can you hear yourself? No. How about that? Oh, hold on. How about this? How about this? Oh no. Hold on. Give me a second, huh? What is going on, Kuya Magic? We're still testing the microphones. We have Elimino and Deoza.
That's right.
Live in the studios of 105.1 TMC. Please introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, you guys? My name is Elimino.
Elimino.
That's my last name. I got my partner with me. His mic's not working right now.
Hold on. Give me a second, huh? Di pa ka madungganda.
What's up, everybody listening?
Okay.
How's y'all Sunday?
Hope your Sunday is good. So please go to the chat group at Tops Media Center. We're still trying to fix the microphones here. How about that? Okay, hold on. Kuya Magic, Deoza's microphone, it's not working yet. Please check out our YouTube page, Tops Media Center, and go to the thing that's being that's live, 105.5. That's 105.1 on the spot. We play Cebu music from the new to the old. This one is from the Mango Jam era. Can you believe that? From the late 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Etu.
Trying to forget you. Then I told myself what a fool I've been. And I look into your eyes, running off the ground. I decided not to come strong again. You had no choice.
Yeah, well.
Bro, tap mo.
Hello.
Just share the mic on sa. Just share the mic on sa. I'm trying to figure it out.
What changed?
Huh? Bali. Spelling is do it.
Elimino and Deoza.
Lingawan ko sa butong nga bugdube. Lamiya ni gata sa club. Boy, like I'm imagining this one being played in where's that? In Central ba? Bulbos ko na.
They're gonna let you play
Ah,
all around.
ah, really? Okay.
They send us, they tag us. They post it.
Lamiya paminawa na gata. I thought I heard utog. Wala utog sa?
Wala.
Okay. Mura, it sounded like utog, but I think it's important nga you balance it out with a male pansan ba? Okay, sexist kayo buto. I can talk to them because the microphone picks up our voices. Whatever you say can be heard on YouTube but can't be heard on the air. If my microphone is off, man.
Okay.
It's fine, man. One 105.1 TMC, ang pinakasugbuanon
Sa Tibok Dakbayan, no! Ang pinakasugbuanon ng radio station sa Tibok Kalibutan, 105.1 TMC, and live in the studios of 105.1 TMC, we have Elemino and Deoza!
What's up, you guys?
Mayang bungkag ninyong duha. Mayang, good morning. Okay, hold on. How about that?
Check.
There you go.
Let's go. We're sharing the mic right now.
Yeah.
Your best.
Try the other one. Maybe it's working now. Still not working. Just share the mic, right? Is that okay with you guys? Sharing a microphone. Elemino and Deoza, maayong bungkag sa kaninyong duha. Can you tell everybody a little bit about both of you? Tell us, where you're born and raised and all of that stuff. Give us the long story of both of you. Come on, go ahead, guys. Taga-asa man ka ba? Taga-asa man ka. This is Elemino, right? Deoza, okay. Elemino and Deoza are your family names, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your actual family names.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So you're Deoza. Tell us a little bit more about who Deoza is. Taga-asa ka na tao and all of that stuff. Go ahead.
Yo, man, locally produced, there is Cebu.
Locally produced, huh? So your mom and dad produced you here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good to hear.
And-
Taga-apas lahog.
Mhm.
Okay.
Pero, kanang, I'm not staying there na sa
Okay, but you're still in Cebu, right?
Oh,
You're
of
still
course.
Cebu based, okay. And then what else?
Sa, karon kay Minglan ako.
Okay.
And-
Layo agud. Layo agog pagkapadpad nimo from LA to Lahog Apas to Minglanilla. So taga Minglanilla naka how many years have you been living in Minglanilla?
I think back at 2005. we moved
2005. And then how do you know Elemino? How did you guys meet?
there. Kuan, sa Don Bosco, classmates me.
Boscon niyan de mong duha di ay?
Yes, sir.
Wow, okay. Elemino, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Elamino, and I've been 25 years. That's how old I am.
You're a quarter of a century old.
Yeah, that's how old I've been living here in Cebu. I met Johnny. We used to be classmates in Don Bosco.
Okay.
We got to be best friends. We used to go, compete and dance together before. And
What do you mean by dance?
We used to compete. We used to be dancers.
Ah,
So we
really
used to
now?
do-
Did you have like a dance crew?
Yeah, we had a crew. So
What was your dance crew called?
back in high school, we were in Grey Wolves dance troupe.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
The Grey Wolves are, of course, the Don Bosco,
Don
right?
Bosco, yeah.
Okay,
Then
okay.
After that, we just joined a lot of crews here in Cebu. Unknown, Untamed.
Okay.
A lot of that crew. Yeah, competitively.
Ikaw, Elemino, ikaw.
Yeah.
Si Deoza, wala kayo.
Wala kayo.
So, dili ka danceros, day?
The dancers.
Danceros, saga.
Oh.
You're also into
So,
dancing.
High school, Nisayo did me. We
Oh,
were
okay.
in a crew together.
okay.
We used to practice,
Grey Wolves
perform
Okay.
a lot for how many years was that?
Okay.
3 years? Yeah, I think so. And then naturally after that, we became artists. We decided that we were gonna
So
make
when
music.
you were doing your dance crew thing, the Grey Wolves dancers and all of that stuff, unsa man ang klasihang inyong sayawan? Was it hip hop? Was it R&B? Was it anything?
It was hip hop.
Okay,
And
okay.
we did dance hall, like a lot of feminine dance
Feminine
as
dance.
well.
What do you mean by feminine dance?
It's like
Like feminine, like whacking and stuff like that.
Kanang murag
Voguing.
mura og pardon my language, but murag magbinayot, right?
Not
Is,
like
is that what you
but
mean? Kaya may mga comical tidbits of dancing sometimes nga murag magbinayot bayot. Is that what you mean by feminine? No.
Not really.
What do you mean exactly?
Like dance hall, like that's like a genre where mostly women dance.
Okay.
Not really a lot of men. I think so.
No,
this
no,
time,
kasi sa sayaw ba kay it's a challenge yan for the male to do the
like
kuan
a lot of feminine dance
Okay,
styles or
okay.
genre in dance. But mostly if you're like male, you do urban or like hip hop dances and stuff like that. But yeah, it was because of our choreographer. That's how we really honed in our performances and to be able to perform live and
build that
build that confidence to perform to a lot of people. That's where it started for all of us. We've really been connected to music since
high school. Right?
since high school, even before that.
Back in high school, I imagine to be like, what is this? Early 2000s? Or late
2011?
2011.
something like
So,
2010.
so what were the musical influences that you were listening? What kind of R&B and hip hop and what kind of songs were you listening to back then when you were dance crew members and also a high school student of Don Bosco? What kind of music? Can you remember the artists?
Yeah, of course. At that time, 2016,
Okay.
was it, Nate? Migos came on, man.
Oh,
that
Migos.
Was,
Yeah,
that was
okay.
that was like
Early part of trap music.
Okay.
yeah, trap music. That's how hip hop really grew to, to be exposed to a lot of the general
Yeah, but
audience.
Migos is kind
at
of
the
a
time.
Latino, right?
Nah, it's
It was-
they're from Atlanta. They're a hip hop group
Oh,
from
okay.
Atlanta. We listen to a lot of ASAP Rocky, Eminem. That's what we used to perform to,
How
and
about-
then a lot of dance hall music.
Did you have any mga local artists? Did you have any Cebuano or just local artists influencing your music, or was it all international artists? Back
Generally, the music that we performed to was like chosen for us.
Okay,
and stuff like
okay.
that. But the music that we listened to was like the hip hop and trap.
Were you also aware of the R&B and rap and hip hop scene back then?
Locally?
Locally, because I imagine kanang panahon na nananay Dyson K9, nananay Francis Magalona, nananay Andrew E.
Definitely,
Nananay sila. So were you aware of these artists or no?
Yeah, we
Mostly it was bands because
okay.
Don Bosco is also a lot of musical.
big on bands.
Okay.
Yeah, big on bands. That's why it was.
So
used
what
to-
were the bands that were performing or were popular back then in the
Philemon.
in the
Missing Philemon.
Oh,
definitely
Missing
the
Philemon,
very-
absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we used to
Heads.
listen. I used to listen to a lot of them, especially with Don Bosco, where
Okay.
we had
Where
music.
everybody's listening,
Yeah,
like
we
the
had
same
a
music.
subject for music. We had to learn how to play a guitar,
Okay,
and
okay.
drums and stuff like that. So a lot of those songs by Missing Philemon and
influential.
Aggressive Audio.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We were
Close
grouped
friends.
together, or was it? Did we decide to do the band? Or
Yeah. You
You
decide.
decide on the members and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
and
a
you
lot
make
of
up a name.
yeah, you had to make up a band name and stuff like
So,
that.
so did you did you have a band name already?
I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
I was just like the vocalist. I
But-
don't know any instrumentals. at
But
that time.
a lot of our band members, we still work with them now.
Okay.
Especially now that we're
So
artists.
So you're part of the dance scene in Cebu. Were you competing actively? Were there like kadaghan man gyud kayo ng competition sa sayo-sayo diri sa siyudad sa Sugbo, right? Not even just in the city of Cebu, like everywhere. Daghan kay mga barangay based, mga
Right.
commercial commercial based, o na mga sponsor or whatever. Did you compete actively?
It was me mostly.
Okay.
When we were in school, we
Okay.
competed. We
Yeah,
were
with-
in was it
with
Smart?
other mga schools that
So
the-
murag inter-school
Yeah,
competition.
inter-school competitions
Okay.
that we used to do. And then when I got out of school, I performed outside of that. So like I was able to perform
Manila,
in
bro.
Hip Hop International in
Manila,
Manila. I competed.
You know, naunsa mga pagkaunsaa nga na rap artist naman mo karon. Before I play this song, Damn, can you set this up? Unsa man ning kata, Damn? What is this about?
You want to tell them?
Go ahead.
yeah, bro. It's heavy on religion.
Okay.
It's about yourself. Nga kanang hambugiro, or you have like an anger kuan sa inside. And yeah, it's also talking about hypocrisy, but like going to church and after that kay manglibak na. Right? Example na siya.
Okay, okay.
Pero yeah, mo na ang damned.
Heavy,
You're damned.
heavy on religion. Religion is such a intense and a very divisive a topic that always elicits a kind of reaction, right? Why is this particular song heavy on religion? Is it a big part of who you are? Is it a big part of your songwriting process? Come on, tell us.
Especially when we came from high school, it's
Don
Bosco
Bosco,
is a very
religious man, di ba?
Catholic. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
Christian or Catholic school.
Okay.
And since the beginning, we've already been very exposed to religion and being
Okay.
able to adhere to that kind of, that kind of reverence for,
Okay.
like God and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I felt natural. Also, it wasn't really planned out. It was the production of the song that.
Yeah, during the process.
Yeah, it was during the process of like listening through the production that we leaned into it because it had a lot of very choiry, very that kind of sound.
You mean like this?
That's right. That's it. That's it right there. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this very religious themed song, Elamino and Deoza. Damned.
All the world's a stage. And all the men and women merely players. You have their exits and their entrances.
So you only have 3 songs ba? Or you have more na?
We have a lot.
Send us everything, man. Is an album coming up, no?
It's an EP next year. Yeah,
For sure.
Not next
but
year,
before
man.
that, we have our remix. We have our
What
remix
is
album.
something for Christmas or for New Year, man?
We don't wanna
People are busy
try to
with
compete with
holidays,
Christmas.
and the New Year, so
Let's see.
Yeah, but in terms of spending mode, but people don't want to spend on Christmas or Sinulog.
Yeah, but like the budget and attention.
Okay. So you're gonna stand out.
Yeah, so it's best to do it. I think once that's why I'm release yung remix CEEBOM, like remix album.
for Sinulog,
For Sinulog. I think we have 4 songs in it.
You know, a CEEBOM. Where'd you get the word CEEBOM? Because CEEBOM to us boomers, for us 40, 50 somethings, was a campaign back in the 80s. CEEBOM was like Cebu was booming. This was back in the 80s. So when I see the word CEEBOM, to me, that's what it's about. But how do you understand what CEEBOM is?
it's basically the same reasoning that Sinulog is booming. So like if
Okay.
you hear that song, it's got a boom,
Yeah.
boom. I wanted to, because it's ano gyapon.
I think we'll be
Representing na gyapon sa Cebu, typing siya.
Atong vacuum, ibalik sa ganito nga topic about it.
Hindi mo may aware na, hindi mo aware na.
That's why.
Just, ano na.
That was like a title placement, so staple. But we decided to keep it na lang yun. Kaya you could
It was CEEBOM, right?
Catch the attention.
They really wanna feature CEEBOM.
Maybe Mimo Ismenia will hire you guys because his dad coined the word CEEBOM. Governor Lito Ismenia was the person who coined that word CEEBOM.
Yeah, maybe you can.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'll introduce you to him, man. Maybe he'll bring you to his tours and all that stuff.
No.
You have to speak real close to the microphone. Both of you.
Actually, ako, hindi ko katulong sa option.
You can know what's going on. They're trying to fix it remotely.
Yeah, I saw the mouse moving.
Yeah?
I saw the mouse moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic shower.
.105.1 TMC.
Elamino and Deoza. Damned. Damn. That's an intense song. Don't forget, we are live with Elamino and Deoza, the guys that gave us CEEBOM at Tops Media Center on YouTube. You can also hear us at Tops Media Center topsmediacenter.com, or you can message us at Tops Media Center on Facebook, or you can just simply text us 0999. Question: how did it happen? How did you guys become? Aside, you were friends. You went to the same school. You did some little bit of dancing and all of that stuff. You had, music running through your veins because it was required in school. But how did you guys become a rap and R&B duo? Naon sa mga pagkaunsa, in other words?
Actually, kwanza to, taas to nga kutaw ba? Okay, while dancing, we kept listening to music, trap music, anybody nga naka-inspire na mo. And at the same time, we were like, freestyle.
Yeah, we were already writing music in school or in our classrooms and stuff like that. So it wasn't really a big change. It was already there in a way. So we just did it professionally now and, legitimately became artists.
Yeah, released 6,000 back 2019. Yeah.
Oh, what was happening in 2019?
That's when we released our first single.
Whoa, you had a first. What was your first single?
6,000.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we released.
It's like the Cebu's zip code.
It was still about Cebu. Still very.
oh.
Now our songs.
As Elimino and Deoza.
Yeah, our
Wow.
first official song was already.
Is that out there already? Is that
On
that-
It's on
YouTube.
YouTube. You can
Okay.
check it out.
Is that on Spotify by any chance?
It's on, not on Spotify anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it back though.
So in 2019, you released your first ever single.
That's right.
What was it? Was it like just on a whim? Unsa man to? Like, did you think that you were going to make a career out of it? What was your mindset back then when you pag-release niyo sa inyong first ever single back in 2019? I imagine wala pong nakagraduate college mo, high school pa.
College na.
College na. Okay, gaskwela mo pag anong ni-desider man ka og himo na inuon og kanta.
Kwanza to, same na gyapon nga process. We were driving, yeah. A beat came on YouTube, and freestyle, yeah, we loved it, ba? Ni Jamie ato headbang.
Like even before nga nagsayaw pa mi or in high school maminaw mig music, freestyle, mo write me og lyrics, and then now even after school sige mamiglaag, sige mi og kuyog adto mi sakay mi sa car na i-beat mo gawas, sige mamig listen og mga beat loops or mga production sa YouTube. So sige ra mi og freestyle, sige ra mi suwat, and then we decided let's release.
When you say Sige Mi og Suwat, you're always referring to both of you as a collective. Nga naman, sige mo kuyog unya magsuwat mo, or somebody makes the beat. Who is the songwriter and who is the beat maker and the composer, the music maker between the two of you, Elimino and Deoza? Or is Elimino doing the lyrics and Deoza doing the
Actually, the
music? What?
With regards to the beat, we just we hire producer, diba?
We have producers.
Producers, but in terms of songwriting, that's all us.
All of us. So he does his verses, I do mine. None of us don't. We're not very aware in doing production. That's like a whole.
So lyrics in
another
your
art
lyrics
form.
in your
Yeah, lyrics, songwriting.
So kaning kantahan nga 6,000. Of course, obviously it's the zip code of Cebu City. What is this about? I know it's about Cebu City, but unsa man inyong gisgutan ani? What describe to us the place and time when you wrote it back in 2019? This was pre-pandemic,
Pre-pandemic,
right?
yeah.
So this was what was that? Can you describe to us place and time? Like what was going on in your life at that time?
Man, we just
SRP going to Seaside.
yeah.
What's that?
SRP though. Yeah.
You were driving.
Oh.
You were driving from SRP. Padung sa seaside. Okay, and then.
And then just like the beat came on, because again we listened to beats on YouTube, and then
Was this a particular beat of a song or just a random beat?
it was a random beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's what you can do. You can actually buy the beat online,
Oh,
and
okay,
then
okay.
you can own it, and then you can release music with it. So we heard it. Suddenly, Johnny made the hook all of a sudden, and then I was like, "That's something. That's something. Let's write that down." So he wrote it down,
So you don't
and
forget.
so we don't forget. I placed my verse. He placed his. We went back and forth, and then the song just came out that way.
So when did you decide to go to the recording studio and really actually do it?
Bro, that's like the first time. It's a whole new experience. Okay,
Okay.
first time sa studio, but
Okay.
it's so posh.
Yeah,
so
we just,
which asa man nga studio?
sa room 11. That's
Okay.
where we
Room 11 is
Samango.
this is Catskis, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
So what year? Same year, 2019.
Yeah.
So immediately after pag drive niyo pa dong sa season, dito mo sa studio wala pa.
Dili pa.
So how-
Nagsuwat pa me. It
Okay.
took a while.
Okay,
it took
okay.
like maybe a month
Okay.
or something before we decided. Because we were already before that, we already made an actual song. We made Fuego, but we didn't release
Okay.
that.
So when after a month of processing the song, letting it incubate, right? Unsa man like
We decided nga kanang kani. I think people are gonna.
so
like
how
this.
much back in 2019, how much did it cost to do a recording, and where did you get the money?
Man, I used to work back then.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I used to work.
Where,
nights.
what were you working at? Were you like a macho dancer?
Nah, I did.
Unsa-
I did BPO. I did like a night job. Like I did what do you call that? Yeah, I did BPO. BPO.
Okay, so you had a little bit of money.
Yeah, I
So
had money.
do you remember how much it cost back then?
Man, recording
This
was
was like
like
6
an
years.
hour was like 800.
Okay.
Yeah, 800
Okay.
an hour, and we did like what? We did 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we went back again because
And we went back because we weren't happy with the recording because
Okay,
it was our
okay.
first time.
okay.
So
atong vocals ito very koan mo.
we were like, if
Novice.
you can even hear it on the song that we were very our voices were very squeaky. It didn't have a lot of confidence in our voice.
No rap voices yet, but
Yeah,
No-
like
no
we
what?
didn't
Rap voice.
voices.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
We didn't come up with our sound yet, like how we were gonna.
So you're still
fluctuate.
trying to find yourselves.
Yeah, that's it. But
Okay.
a lot of our personality already comes through the words or the lyrics.
Okay, let's listen to this song. This is the very tentative.
There's a
the
lot of cursing in this, but-
Very, how do you call this? Very, how do you call young? So much youthful energy. So much, perhaps, raw energy, right? And mura og ilang tingog pa kuno wala pa kuno nigawas ilang rap voices, right? And they were a little bit how do we say this? Potty mouth, right?
we're not.
Yeah, it's a Sunday, so
Yeah, so-
y'all gotta
Okay.
buckle up. Man.
Buckle up, kids. Buckle up, kids.
It's a robo ride.
This is Elimino and Deoza. 6,000.
Queen City.
6,000 baby.
6,000 is bitch.
Ay, okay na yung cursing sa kuan. Okay na yung cursing.
So what I very young are you?
I think that's the worst I could say, man. Buto, man. I've never heard Buto ever uttered on the radio.
Really?
Ever, man.
Eh, naman ka lang.
No, that loud, man.
That loud.
No, that's allowed to. This is a song, man. Yeah, because I've always maintained, like, yeah, art is about assaulting your senses. It's about disturbing you. You know what I mean? And you know, what is the difference between a naked painting of Michelangelo and a song that says Buto, right? Nothing. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel about art and music. And then I know you're gonna get a little bit of trouble, but you know, the trouble is good.
But so far, wala man tayo. Maybe probably comments on social media. You felt strongly about the lyrics. So far, again,
Pero ironic na yun. Sagaran mo reklamo ka laki.
reklamo, ang usually mga reklamo sa kanta, ang mga laki ba yun, mga babae?
True.
Basta ako.
Mga lalaki ang reklamo.
So funny. Kuya Magic, say hi to Kuya Magic. He says, "You guys are like they shut yourselves when you're talking. You're very soft spoken. you're so opposite of your vibe, man." Kuya Magic wants to collab with you guys. You know Kuya Magic, ba no?
Yeah.
Huh? You've heard of Kuya Magic? No, but on TikTok, but he's a TikTok sensation, man. It's the same. Show it to you.
Yeah. I've seen his stuff.
Ano siya? He knows how to bring your song to the masses. You know what I mean?
Nice here.
Yeah, he's very good at that, man. That's his specialty. If you wanna get that audience, which is an amazing audience, that's where the money is too, right? The masses. Well, I did it. He's British. He's British, but he's been living here in Cebu for the past 12 years. So he's as Bisaya as Diluguan.
I haven't heard this song in a while.
Kaya paano ka? We're not performing it.
And then you put it out on Spotify.
Nice.
Gonna bring it back, no worries.
105.1 TMC. Wow! 6,000 Elamino and Deoza. How do you feel about that song now? Like, I know you're still very young and all of that, and you probably are what's that? Not too proud of it. Tell me about how you feel when you listen to that song.
It's like hearing my baby self saying, "Hey, you forgot about me, man."
I'm still very proud of it still, like, and the energy. I like how hungry we sound. But in terms of my voice,
So hungry ka ng way kaon nga hungry or
Mariana ba nga?
hungry nga kaning want a hit song? What?
yeah, we want a hit song,
Yeah.
we want to make it. Like,
I remember I had this conversation with Dyson K9 and ingon silang when they were doing it's sumo. They were literally like making music so they could eat. They were literally hungry because they had no means of livelihood and all that stuff, and so they made music so that they can feed themselves. How about you? What is your main reason why you're making music? Is it because nga ganahan lang mo express yung art? Of course, it's just part of it. But is it also because ganahan mo nga mahimo na ninyong panginabuhi nga this can also be a kind of livelihood? What are you thinking about when you're making your art? You're making your music.
My reasoning definitely changed since from when I started and now. As before, we did it passionately because we loved it.
Okay.
This is what we do all the time. We make music, we listen to music, we dance. That's what we do all the time. We just listen to music. It's inside us, and it's like I can't live without music. That's very dramatic, but for me, I don't know what I'm gonna do without music, without art, without being able to express myself. But now, as I went forward into the music more and more, I realized that I can make it. Like I feel like I can. No, not feel like, but I know that I can make something out of this. I get paid. This will be my livelihood. I'm going to live off of my music and, just do this the rest of my life. That's what I think. What do you think?
So that's what Elimino wants to do with music. He wants to make it a living, right? And of course you're just starting off. How's that working out so far? I mean, like, are you off to a good start? Do you feel because there are birth pains. Naam yun mga birth pains. Iba maglisod mo tayo sugod, right? Are you feeling the birth pains now? Are you over the birth pains, or now you're moving into a different space in your life now?
Definitely there were birth pains, but man, it doesn't feel as painful as they are when I get my wins, ba. Like
Okay.
the losses weren't as kind of impactful for me
Okay.
than the wins, because there was a lot of wins. Ever since, like, I've been telling this to Johnny or to the people I'm close to, ever since I started, it's all been going up.
Okay.
It hasn't gone down. It might have plateaued, but it's still up. And then it's been going up now ever since we did CEEBOM. And I don't regret anything. Like, so far from where I started and where I am now, I'm happy. And I love where it's turned out. And, people love our music. People listen to our music. They enjoy it. And that's what we want. We want people to be happy, to have a joyful feeling, to celebrate to our music. And, like, that's enough for us. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yo, for me, man, I'll be honest with you. At that time, ito pag-release ang first song kay a little bit shallow ko. I mean, you heard Nathan how he speaks about music. A good thing about having a friend like him, but he reels you in, gani. Oh, we gotta do this. That's the same with dancing before. He's the one who told me, let's dance, let's audition, ana. Yeah. Apil tag crew. We sayo ta atubangan sa mga tao. And for what? Pero yeah, it's just a leap of faith ba. And ever since then, murag the same way that he feels about music, it's resonating with me ba. And mo na siya karon akong na feel karon kay yeah, we could make something out of this, yeah. It's the same jud, yeah. For me it's still a process ba nga, oh, it's where this could be a transition gani sa among life. And I'm about to cry, bro. No, you keep staring more. You're so annoying.
So
But yeah, but
you feel like this is a transition in your life, right?
yeah, always.
Like this is something, the beginning of something big,
But the music,
right? Right.
I won't cry, man. I won't cry.
There are manly tears right there.
So
Go ahead, Carvel.
aside from you being a kind of partnership, okay, Lamino and Deoza obviously is a tandem, a duo, right? Where else do you get your support?
For sure, bros. The family.
Okay.
The family, dude. And the friends.
Okay.
Yo, the
Gion of Reverb is here, of course.
G, man. Shout out G.
Yeah.
He's right behind us.
Yeah.
Y'all can see him.
So what kind of does Gion give you occasional hugs and all of that stuff?
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't hug that.
You should hug them more often, Gion.
Nah, he's too manly for that. He doesn't do hugs.
What do you mean too manly for a hug? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Man also hug. What are you talking about?
Man cries.
What you doing, bro?
Look
Give
at
me a hug.
me.
dog.
Padung na ginihilak si Deoza.
Waloy.
But yeah, like I'm gonna help. Like we wouldn't be here without G and Reverb. Shout out. Like if y'all don't know, that's our manager. He does our booking stuff, and he does events too.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know,
Talk to G.
So if you had to pick, I'm sure you have different musical influences, right? Let's start with you, Deoza. Tell me about your biggest, greatest musical influence that has shaped the way you sound. Now, if you had to pick like one artist, local or international, doesn't matter.
Man, we keep repeating this, but it's always gonna be Eminem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why Eminem? Is this both of you, or is it just you, Deoza?
That's separate though me.
So if Deoza likes Eminem, what does Elamino want?
no. Don't get me wrong. Eminem has always been our biggest influence in rap.
Okay.
In rap, for me, Eminem.
Okay.
But like in terms of
It's like Elvis.
for me, since the beginning, since I was a kid, it's always been Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Dancing,
Shamon.
performing.
Okay.
Yeah, Shamon.
Okay.
Performing, being king of pop, being able to perform in that level, to be able to make that music in that level. And at the same time, for Eminem, being able to write lyrics, to rap in that level. He's like, what, 40? How old is he? He's 50.
Yeah.
And he's still out rapping all of the rappers right now in the industry.
Big, bro.
Yeah.
But
That's how
it's
I
true.
feel
Said. Yeah, I forgot day Michael Jackson today.
What's that again?
Yeah,
I cried, bro, when Michael Jackson died.
Really?
It's a
man?
fact. It's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, for real. Like, as a performer, we used to be dancers. To be able to dance in that level, to create a dance, and still, no one's...
Magic, guys, go ahead.
What's up, Gil Magic? What's
And
up?
he's raring
Hiya.
to collaborate with you guys.
Oh, definitely. Let's go.
After that song that I played earlier, when you were still young and I would venture in saying like a newbie, did you have another song after 6,000 that you actually went to the recording studio and made a song out of it? After that, 2019, what was the next song?
Yeah, I think the next song came out like, what was it? After pandemic. That was Zuki.
Like during, before the pandemic? Oh,
No,
I don't
Zuki
remember.
was kuan.
Yeah.
After pandemic, like nilesen na ang kuan ba.
Man, I don't remember anymore, man.
Bro, naglisod tato kay we're conscious gani
Oh,
or
okay.
I cautious day sa mga consequences but going
Oh, going
outside.
outside and recording.
Pero gibuhat gyapon.
Yeah, no, actually, we did it. We wouldn't be able to record if it wasn't safe. I think allowed
course,
na to
of
mag-
course.
Do you
Pero
mean
we
like
really-
safe because of
the pandemic,
the pandemic, right?
isolation.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, while we were indoors, while we were in quarantine, magsige kami og Discord ni Johnny. We call each other, we write the music, we listen to again what we do all the time. We listen to the music, maghimo mi og lyrics, and then we come up with a song, and then Zuki came out. It was about a car.
So second, no? Second
second.
Zuki. Oh.
Zuki is about a Suzuki?
Yeah.
Nga naman, kinsa man yung sakyanan nga Suzuki? Kinsa man yung naka-Suzuki
Suzuki
yan?
mamunduhan. Among auto duha Suzuki.
Sunod mo na siya.
Ako ay tiga iya kay Siyaz.
Yes.
Okay, so nag-Suzuki mo atong panahon. So nga nang himuan man yung ganda yung sakyanan? No?
Actually about nagyapon sa Cebu. Nga nag-ride me around
Okay.
Cebu, na nagsakay na mo nga peaks.
Okay.
Ate.
Among gilaag.
So you were with your dates.
Yeah, that's it.
Both of you in separate cars.
Separate
So
cars.
is this what the song's about?
That's what the song
Okay.
is about.
Why do you always? Obviously, you are from Cebu. You live in Cebu, right? You are a Cebuano. Pero nga naman nga mubalik naman sa inyuhang kanta about Cebu because 6,000 is about Cebu, and your newest song, CEEBOM, obviously is about Cebu, and kaning kanta which we're about to play, Zuki is also about Cebu. Nga mo balik magyud sa syudad sa Sugbo ang inyuhang mga kanta. Nga mang dili man mo muli moadto sa laing lugar, or maybe talk about something else, maybe talk about love or whatever, like most artists do. Why does it go back to place?
Actually, karon ako remember, I stand corrected. It was 777 ang second na mo na release.
777. Okay.
Yeah, but we can do Zuki. I like that song better.
Okay.
Let's talk about that one. We don't
Yeah.
talk
Okay,
about
okay.
that.
So
a lot.
why is
honest.
Zuki about Cebu?
I just realized, yeah, it's about Cebu. Like I just realized it was supposed to be about like riding around in our whip, in our Zuki, and I just realized it's about Cebu.
Nga naman. What is this inyuhang? Is this the love of Cebu?
Probably,
Is it your affinity with Cebu? What is it about Cebu? I mean, I'm a Cebuano too, but I don't write or think about Cebu that much. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't have art that is about Cebu. So nga naman kamo, nga naman nga you always end up writing about Cebu instead of something else.
I think you always write about what you know.
Okay.
And like I said, I've been living in this city my whole life, and that's what comes out of my music, like the way I describe the buildings, what's around me. And
Unsa man ba? Can you tell me about how sa inyong pagkasugboanon, both of you, Elamino and Deoza, how has it informed the way you write your music? I know you have musical influences. You mentioned Michael Jackson, kang Elamino, kang Deoza, kay Eminem. Actually, both of you are fans of Eminem as well. So lyrically, maybe you get your lyric style, lyricism, if you will, from Eminem, and then your musicality from the music of Michael Jackson. But how does the city of Cebu, or the island of Cebu for that matter, inform the way you write music?
It's like when you're in a writing process, but you always imagine kanang how does this song comes out, and I mean for me I always see myself, I'm in Cebu gani. I'm in Cebu, especially Zuki. Oh, you're driving Zuki. So where are you driving the Zuki? You always put yourself, oh, I'm in Cebu. Nga gani.
And it's probably because we haven't. I know I can only speak for myself, but I haven't been outside of Cebu.
Okay.
That much.
Okay.
And now it's very clear to me with our music now is like I don't want to talk about being outside or being anywhere else, because how we're gonna set ourselves apart from other artists or internationally is to bring the city, everything that's unique about Cebu to the forefront. Like for example, mga jeep. That's not there internationally. Kanang Colon, kanang Carbon. If you've seen our music video, og sa among music video sa Dam, nami sa Santo Niño, nami sa Magellan's Cross, diri kay nami sa Carbon, nami sa Colon, mao man gunay naka unique nato kay kuanta kanang mixed ta og a lot of colors, a lot of sound, loud kayo nga sound.
In Cebu kay you can always talk about something about it ba? Like kato Santo Niño, katong Carmen nga church, mga
Kay kanang other people, like just for us, other people are like trying to be edgy. How other people are trying to be edgy and cool. We just want to unapologetically be Cebuano. That's how I'd like to put it. What do you think?
Unapologetically Cebuano.
Yes.
Right? Wow, I like that. Atong takna karon, it is now 11:55. 5 minutes to go before 12. You're listening to On the Spot with Elamino and Deoza, the same guys that gave us CEEBOM. And they are unapologetically Cebuano. Kaning si Deoza taga Minglanilla. Kaning si Elamina taga-asam ka bro.
Tagalahog.
Taga-LH. Silingan mo ito muna.
Dili.
Dili po. Dili
Dili akong lahog
Dili
sa
ka
kuan
taga-apas.
at bangayala.
Okay. Kung maghimo mo kanta ba, what are your expectations? What is your thought process? Are you making it para sa inyo ang kagalingon? Are you making it for the Cebuanos? Or do you have the world in mind?
Talking about nga asamigikan Cebu ana like pero yeah, talking about Cebu asamigikan, our mindset going in when we write our music is definitely the whole world.
Okay.
Internationally.
Okay.
Like
I mean, mo man dyan na atong plano.
Mo dyan na mo plano.
dyan na ang kuhan dyan.
we were supposed to go outside in. Like we wanted to blow up outside of Cebu internationally and then come back to the city nga big na stuff like that. That's our aspirations, goals. But turns out what happened, like we just went into this direction nga Cebu me first and then whatever, hopefully we can like
Padayon.
padayon, leave the city and like truly represent where we are and then bring it to the forefront of like international acts like festivals in Asia, Southeast Asia.
So you can start with little explosions in the city, right?
That's right.
And then maybe make a little bit bigger explosions. Make the explosions bigger from your hometown, and eventually make explosions so loud that the world can hear. Right? That's the plan. Let's listen to this next song about both of their cars, which were both Suzukis. What year was this?
What year is this? 2020.
Pre-pandemic
2021
or during the pandemic?
During the pandemic,
Okay.
we wrote it 2020, came out 2021.
Okay, this one is Zuki, Deoza, and
Let's go.
Elamino on 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music.
I love this song, bro. It's my favorite.
Legit.
Yeah. Ano ba kita ko realize? Ako sa Cebu.
Istorya sa tag Jollibee dia. I don't know, feel ako doon nimo. Istorya sa Jollibee. Sak iya di.
So maybe I'll ask you about where you're performing, right?
Where we performing, man.
What your gigs are, and then where they can find you, right? And then ask for support. By never fail to ask for support. You know what I mean? Look at Cebu in the eye and say support us. You know, ayaw ka may support ba? You know, because that's important. I think that's an important way of communicating your music. Right? You know, if you want me to continue this whole thing, enterprise of making music, you gotta support us. You know, because I'm gonna fucking do something else. You know, if I can't
Do this.
feed myself with this shit. You know what I mean? That should be the mentality, but because I think you know, like, I think people don't realize that, but that's what it really means. If you want me to continue this, you gotta support me. You know what I mean? Almost like with an angry tone. Buwang na! Kapuya ni! Silang ganda-ganda! Kamu-kaon na ba ko, di ba? I eat, man! I'm addicted to food, damn it! Right? Oh, man, that's the way it should be, man. Mauwa, mag-ikubol lang itong mga tao, eh. Kundi, mauwa itong mga ayun, ito. But, you know, fuck ikog, man, you know?
Fun man lang music tayo.
Filipino Spanish?
Ni-rhyme siya.
Gusto siya Filipina na Spanish half.
Actually, more on ni-rhyme siya. Gusto niya taupan na Spanish bread.
That way, di ba kanang mom spaghetti, di ba? Murag, ibutang nag-insert lang. What do you call that thing? What do you call that thing that you insert in the song so that it'll just sound good on rhyme, but it doesn't really mean anything?
Is that what you mean?
Like there's a part of Is This Love by Train. Fried chicken. This is all from Ghana. They inserted like bucket of fried chicken, but it was a love song, and they just inserted bucket of fried chicken or something because it rhymed. That's an instrument in music making. I don't know what it's called.
Modern pop music, like if you listen to 2010s, early 2000s. There's a lot of music that doesn't make sense.
Maybe you should go there for a little bit. Or maybe here. Maybe just lingkod lang to. Maybe siya din.
Ang inspiration kay SMM.
Ano nila? Parang tindog lang ito. Gato microphone na lang.
Shade.
No, I don't want to put it on my contact lens. Okay.
105.1 TMC Deoza and Elimino and Deoza. Okay, is there a special reason why Elimino is first? Is it alphabetical order or what is this? Is that an agreement? What? Tell me. Why is it Elimino and Deoza? Just like Hall and Oates, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be in that order. Yes. Yeah. Speaking of Hall and Oates, you know what happened to Hall and Oates, right? Kaninga duo. They were like the Batman and Robin of the music industry. Like the biggest thing ever, but they eventually broke up, right? And a lot of partnerships, even marriages break up. How much more for just musicians, right? Unsa man inyong paminaw, like what is the secret to your longevity? Because obviously you've been around together as a duo of sorts, as friends since high school, right? So, what do you think is the secret to your longevity, if you want to call it that?
It's simple lang. We talk, okay? If na problems or na disagreements, instead of kanang mo shy away from each other,
Okay.
or communicate. Was storya lang good. Be adults, bro. I mean, if you have a conversation, mo make sense man siya tanan. Yeah, after na, of course, mo
Clear ng air.
clear ang air.
Yeah, we just communicate. We address whatever we're feeling. I think you should do this. I think I can improve in this. Like, we're just open. We don't shy away from those kinds of conversations. And also, it's very how do you call that? Effortless, because we've been friends since we were kids, and then like in a way we're still kids now with each other now. We joke around, we tell each other about things that happens in our life. Not as much as before, pero and we just do music and have a business together and have a brand together. So that's it. It's just the friendship, communication, and then the music on top of that.
Okay, and of course, obviously, you mentioned a brand together, and obviously, you need somebody to take care of a brand, right? And my good friend here, Gian of Reverb, is actually what would you call yourself, Gian? The manager of Elimino and Deoza. Would you call yourself that? Is that what's going on? Is this the kind of relationship that you have, Gian? Yes.
Yes. Hey, good morning. This is G from Reverb, representing Cebu Collective, and then I also manage, of course, Elimino Deoza together with Cali Hoods and Felony. So those are the shout out to Cali Hoods and Felony. So yeah, those are the 4 artists that I manage, and then Elimino Deoza as a duo act. Yeah.
Elimino Deoza. So there's no and.
And there is
Elimino and Deoza.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Cebu Collective. What is Cebu Collective? How is it different from Reverb? Are they one and the same, or are they 2 different entities?
No, we're just trying to describe Reverb. So Reverb is a Cebu collective of artists and DJs here in Cebu. So predominantly Cebu City. Most of our shows are in Cebu City, but like if anyone's listening out there who wants to, our brand of party and music and artists, you can definitely reach out to us and hire us and all or our artists. So we all met at Banilad, of course, because I always do like original shows. Featuring original Cebu artists. At the time when I transferred here in Cebu, and then we were allowed to do events. I've been collaborating a lots of events here in
You mean
Cebu.
like after or during the pandemic? That's what
Yeah,
you mean by
yeah, yeah.
allowed to do events, right? Okay.
Yeah, allowed to do events after the pandemic. I was collaborating with a lot of like collectives in Cebu doing events, but I wanted to have my own, and I chose music, but because I was really, of course, fan of music, and then I was a fan of Route 83, an artist.
Carlisle, right?
Yeah, Carlisle.
Okay.
He's my shout out to you, Carlisle. He's my idol, and I really like their music. So when I transferred here to Cebu to live here from Manila, I wanted to capture or at least have a platform for that type of sound, or at least something cohesive with that type of sound of Cebu, which is it's still Cebuano, but you can definitely connect it and bring it somewhere else. So at least we can connect Cebu to the other regions in the Philippines, and like what Nate said, to the world.
You know what? Gion is a very interesting story because he's not from Cebu, but yet you are now supporting Cebu music, right? Tell us about where you come from, Gion, and why did you decide to sort of create a kind of music scene in the Cebu collective with Reverb? What was it about Cebu music that fascinated you?
Actually, Elimino Deoza forced me to. No, I'm kidding. No, I was into bands.
Against his will.
Against my will. So actually, I was in a band like 15 years ago.
Where was
And-
this? In Manila, right?
In Manila,
Okay.
in Manila, and then I remember when it was like the peak of the music OPM scene back then, and I
Like the Manila sound.
but not just the Manila, but like the whole like band thing. I used to work for Pulp magazine.
Oh, Pulp magazine, the famous
And-
magazine, right?
And then when I was in college, it was the time when urban dub really popped out
Oh,
on a
okay.
national level,
Yeah.
and then they were in Manila. It was really a big deal for a lot of people here in Cebu. And then you always see urban dub here. You think it's not a big. They're a big deal. They
it's a big
really
deal.
they really changed the landscape of performing live in terms of like as a band. Sounding really clean, really, very kanang limpyo ba. So there were that. So there's a lot of like Manila bands that really tried to, tighten up their sound when Urban Dub came up, because they sounded so clean live. Like if you hear them, if you compare the albums from the live performance, there's not much difference actually.
When you say, I just wanted to ask you a question about the word. When you say limpyo ba, it sounds clean. What do you mean by that? Do you mean consistent? Do you mean that
Yeah.
the same sound that you hear in urban dub when they perform in Cebu is the same sound you hear in another venue, or the same sound that you hear in their albums when they're recording is the same sound you hear when they're
Live.
performing live? Is that what you mean by
Yeah.
limpyo? Because it's possible
Yeah.
to have a chaotic sound, right? Huga in yung sound, but it's consistent.
Yeah.
So is that what you mean? Consistent, right?
Yeah, very
And-
very consistent,
and-
very tight. Even if on a different venue, they would really sound great.
You know, when you are in a band, especially with a band, there's so many moving parts, right?
Yeah.
There's a drummer, there's a keyboardist, there's a guitar player, there are vocalists, there are speakers, there's like a million moving parts.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. This is like a how difficult it is
Yeah.
to recreate the sound of a band, right?
Yeah.
In another venue, in another location, in
Yeah.
another room. It takes an entire village. It takes dozens, if not hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Gion, you have been in this whole music managing business. Tell our listeners, let them understand what it takes to recreate the sound of an artist like Elimino and Deoza, or Urban Dub for that matter, from place after place, from time after time in different locations. Go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, you really have to, imagine yourself being the audience. How
Okay,
would you
okay.
sound like? And then you have to have this ton of discipline, and you really have to want it more than anyone else. Wanting it more meaning you want to check how do you sound. Do you want to check what's the equipment in the venue that you're gonna play into what's the available equipment there. If there's something lacking, I'll try to bring it. I'll try to bring a USB. I'll try to bring whatever equipment, extra things that I need to bring. I'll even try to bring my own mic to, how bands are. They bring their own equipment to make sure that they sound the same on any venue. They try to be there 1 hour before, so at least they can like check the perimeters if everything else is like good. They want to know where they're gonna come in, where they're gonna come out. They want to get in touch with those type of details. It's not for it's not for like if early in your career you want to be a rock star, that's gonna be something that's a mistake for sure. Because all the things that we see in the media as a West, they're just like projecting that, but all of them are really working hard to make the best performance. Because just like Eminem said, you only have like one shot every time, right? So we're only as good as our last bat. So if you're given the chance to perform, you have to really respect that. You have to respect the craft and everyone that was there before you, to really have that discipline to make yourself sound as good as you record it. Because I really don't like artists that doesn't practice. I really don't like artists that doesn't sing or like perform their songs with their own vocals. Just really letting you know that won't pan out. Because there's a lot of like artists that puts out nice songs, but when they were asked to perform, they suck because they didn't practice. Because they thought that singing over the vocals is enough already. Nah. Performing is a different game from recording.
You mean live performance?
Yeah, live performance, yeah.
You mentioned that the artists should practice and they should be there for the sound check and all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
but it's not just up to the artist, right? Because like I said earlier, daghan kayo na sarang that could possibly go wrong and could go wrong and actually does go wrong in a performance, right?
Yeah, in any event,
I mean, the artist is just one of the things that you have to consider,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And most of it is really not up to them because,
Yeah.
for example, if the microphone is placed in a horrible place, for example, or the acoustics are terrible, or the drummer, the drum set is not working right, or the microphone is off, whatever, right? So how do you make sure, and what kind of effort and work does it require to make that all happen on a regular basis?
Yeah, but like if you always think of blaming outside, like other forces other than you, I think we should, as an artist, this is your craft. You're representing yourself. You're representing your brand. You're representing your art. You're basically opening your soul and heart to the world. You have to have like that much respect to take accountability first.
Okay.
Right? Before we say, oh, it's out of my control. Of course, there's a lot, especially in events. There's a lot. But before you think about what's out of your control, you think about what you can control first.
Okay.
So preparation is key. Like practicing and the rehearsals, like mental jogging the whole thing in your mind, putting your heart and soul into it. Preparing how you look, how you sound, like how you can like send a message to your audience, because like everyone's attention is given to you at that moment in time. So we really have to, put importance into that.
Respect that, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Because they could have done a bazillion other things, right? Pwede sila nang hinampiling na sa silang balay.
Yeah.
They could have watched a movie, or they could have watched a video clip on TikTok, or they could have had drinks with their friends. But instead, they decided to watch your concert, your event. And that's huge, right? Because we're in the business of attention.
Yeah.
And you're right. You have to respect that, right?
And it's a time they already given that they cannot, give back.
Yeah.
So if you're an artist and you were like saying you say what you are, and then when it's time to really show up, you're not, you fall short just because of whatever excuses. You wasted somebody else's time. So
you don't want to disappoint them, right?
Yeah.
Because making people come, making them go to a concert for the first time is easy, but making them come back and repeat business, in other words, is the most difficult part of the whole
because
enterprise, right?
they dressed up, naligo sila,
Nanutbras ko sila good.
Diba? They spent for traveling. So
nanutbras sila, nanyampo sila, pag huma nag-ilis pagid sila,
So
put on their shoes, and then all of a sudden all I have is this.
May gasto sila and then ikaw you do right. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying all. So hopefully like it's something that we can send message to those
Yeah.
who are aspiring to be an artist. Na it looks like chill, glamorous, but it was rehearsed to look that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely, man. I think practice is everything.
yeah.
You know the 10,000 hours concept, right?
Yeah, so for me, those are my inspiration. That's why when I got here in Cebu, I wanted to discover more artists. But when I got here, there's already a flourishing indie band scene. A shout out to Carlos Sente and Philakilla, who are my first friends here in Cebu. Melt Records, Pond Records, who's been hosting like band gigs and all that, and of course, we have already existing rap scene here, care of Rapolo. So I didn't want to repeat somebody else's platform. So when I try to look for like same sounds, Route 83 or like something like English Bisaya or like something like that sound. I don't know what type of sound I'm looking for, but it's more of a, like what do you call this? Global sound, as we call it, actually.
Wow.
Something that we can export, exportable.
Something that we can export.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the artists of the Reverb stable is Felony, right?
Yeah.
And this next song caught my attention. Let's play this song. On and on. Felony from the Reverb Cebu Collective.
Let's go.
On
615.
105.1 TMC.
Sorry, bags, bro. K-Town. M-Town.
And then we'll talk to you again and I'll bring them back and we'll play Saboom.
Okay, gotcha.
I love this song. It's a perfect morning song, man. Sa'yo sa buntag.
Yeah, bro.
That's so intense.
Ang maminaw ng mga try gusto mo patay nila. Strict lang. Pero sa to, immerse ang mga tao.
Hindi kayo maka-remember ko sa mga artist na don't take it serious, makalagot siya ba?
Kaya is naminaw mga shit.
Di ba? Like, people like, travel sila to go to your show and then they rehearse, you sound shit, damn bro, wasted our time.
Oh, wow, mistake ba? Reverb.
Yeah, especially if they buy it sila of areas, damn bro.
Tickets. Cebuanos per corner mo kay money.
It's really hard to like, sell tickets or take Cebuanos man. But again, you have to communicate with the Cebuano because lahat mo Cebuano, lahat ba? So we want to like, increase the value and standard. So we know we're worth their time and money. But you have to talk to them. You have to connect with them, You know what I mean? Lahat yung Cebuano, pero lisod ba? You have to have like a conversation with them, Maka-form siya of discipline. It's harder for sure. Like for example, when you talk to them, when you're in a concert, when you talk, don't just spit out words out of your mouth and hope it'll land on them. You have to like look at them in the eye and talk to them. You know what I mean? And really communicate with them, but you know, I mean, like, how you feeling? Okay, I don't know. You go down, going down early on in a band's rap group's career. You can go down because nobody's gonna mob you yet. But like the more you do that, the more they will want to mob you. So yeah, shit like that. I don't know. But you have to communicate with them, and you have to ask for help. You have to tell them the truth. They have to have media training pa ba? Basta ko honest lang ko, mura na pa lang, di ba? Honest side.
Honest ko ganina, style corrected. Voice cut.
Why are you always ready 777?
No, bro.
I'll ask you about when you said that global sound. I want to ask you. I want to go that rabbit hole for a little bit.
Sure.
Because this is what it's all about. Our slogan is local, vocal, and ready to go global for TMC. Ba?
Oh yeah, that's great. Kana among mission from the get-go. Put Buto out of there, man.
Yeah. Kalabay. Buto. Kanta, that can go global. No? And because nobody understands what Buto is, right?
It's a kind of cat.
Buto worldwide.
BW na yan, BW.
And instead of saying whatever, they say Buto.
It's out there.
Layo yung gateway answer sa.
Bitaw, saan ang pagkari?
105.1 TMC Felony. He's on fire.
Ikaw ripat yun sa imuhang emosyon.
Oh yeah.
Ay pada sa ilusyon. Ikaw ripat yun sa imuhang emosyon. Padayon.
From the Cebu Collective of Reverb, that one is Felony and on and on. Of course, we're here live with Elamino and Deoza and with their manager, their management team of the Cebu Collective of Reverb, the man, Gian. Gian, naghisgot ka ganiha, Gian, og kaning that local global sound. You also were being honest and said, you don't really know what you're looking for, but you're looking for that local global sound. And
Yes,
this is
correct.
what this radio station is all about: global, vocal, and ready to go global. Mike, akong pangutanan mo diri, Gian, is this: can you try to put your finger on it? Because I can sense nga parang naglibog pa kayo, still don't know exactly what it is, but you know conceptually what it is, but you haven't found it yet. Is that what you mean when you say you don't really know what you're looking for, but you want something local and global? Is that what you mean? What do you mean by that?
No, from when I was starting out, I didn't know what it would sound like.
Okay.
I just like what Route 83 was doing. What it would with what some of the artists na would be cohesive with Route 83 sound.
Okay.
I wanted hip hop. I wanted R&B. I'm a fan of singers who really can sing well, and and pop music, dance music, those type of stuff. And we wanted and still, like, Reverb was formed as it is a platform. We're not only trying to feature the artists that we manage, but we try to make it as a platform for upcoming artists in Cebu that has this, like, dreams of going out, parang getting big on Cebu or national or even international. So global sound means to us that you can connect with any island, or even if we put you out of the country, you can definitely connect with that modern sound, but still staying true to the to your roots as a Cebuano. So
Okay. So let's talk about the global scene now. Obviously, K-pop is big, right?
Yeah.
And I don't understand Korean. I not a one. I
Yeah.
don't understand
Yeah.
a single Korean word, but a lot of people like it, and most of these people who love Korean music or K-pop music
Yeah.
do not understand Korean.
yeah.
So how do you place the Cebu collective sound? Where do you situate us in the global scene? I mean, like, what is happening? Like, tell us about
Yeah.
how you feel about where we are now, and we're obviously just barely scratching the surface, right? But what is our unsa man atong pasok, unsa man atong entry point? How are we gonna get in there?
So my inspiration really is that, like, there's a lot of music even before, when I was a kid, that has different language but was a hit globally and was in the airwaves of the Philippines, right?
Okay.
Like, remember ang Shame, and
Una Shame, yeah.
yeah, and then ang French song.
Yeah.
I don't want to sing it here.
Angelina,
Yeah, yeah.
Angelina, right?
Yeah.
Bao Buto mo, right?
Yeah, that one.
Inspired the band to make their CEEBOM song too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Bao
of course,
Buto mo,
came
okay.
in K-pop. Actually, before, there's an Indonesian boy band back in the early 2000 that has a worldwide hit.
Okay.
They did Diana Ross as well. But, and then K-pop, and then J-rock, J-pop, those type of stuff. I listened to those things, and I ever wondered, why can't we do it? Like, why not be able to...
What is the commonality of all of these things you meant? Indonesian, the French song, the J-rock, and all of those. What is the common thread? Unsa may commonality la that we can learn from and perhaps apply to our own music?
Well, if your song is really really good, it doesn't really like the.
But what does that mean? Really, really good. That sounds very nebulous. What does that mean? Really, really good.
If the emotion that you're trying to invoke through sound,
Okay.
vibrates and translates with the people that having the same emotion. Like for example, if it's about love, if it's about like heartbreaks, if it sounds heartbreaking, I don't even need to understand the exact words. I would know that it's a heartbreaking song, right? If it's a joyful, festive type of song, it would sound joyful and festive. I don't actually need to understand word per word about the lyrics. I remember during my elementary days, we have to dance Pizzicato 5, which is Japanese.
Happy sad, right? Happy sad.
Super happy sound.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Pizzicato 5?
Yeah.
I had to dance that song for 3 years, every year, since grade 4, 5, and 6. Because it's a hit for 3 years. It's Japanese. Up until now, I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Pizzicato 5, happy sad. So the connection of the song does not have to be from an intellectual, lyrical side, but it could be just the way it sounds. It sounds heartbreaking, no matter what the lyrics are.
Yeah.
Speaking of heartbreaking, I want you to listen to this next song, okay, and see what kind of emotion it'll listen. I want you to listen to the lyrics as well. And let's not think about the lyrics, but just the way the song is, right? On 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music.
You know this song, right?
Oh.
This is an example of that, right?
Oh.
It sounds. If you don't understand Bisaya, it sounds like a heartbreaking song, right?
Yeah.
Right?
But it's not right now.
It's about chicken shit.
But
It's about chicken shit.
It's about chicken shit, bro.
You know the song? You should listen to the song, man. It's called 80.
80.
80. You know what? 80 means chicken shit.
Fire, get it. Try.
Wala Japanese.
Ay, sila yung patong ni kanta din sa Naruto na.
Oh.
Someone ng Euro.
Oh, yeah.
That one. I learned some of my Bisaya because of that song. Yeah, I learned through the song.
Ako katagin mo.
May cookies.
Ito niya. Yan, i-translate. Remember what?
So I'll go back to I'll still talk to you, but and then I'll ask them back about how you feel about the song now. You know that it's being played in the clubs and the bars now. And how do you feel about listening to it while you're in the club? Like do you guys go out there, right? No?
All the time. All the time.
Who plays your music? What club?
Mga DJ friends.
No, but which club? Like in Apex, in Central, Pro.
Rabbit hole,
DM, trademark.
Trademark.
Ayaw, trademark. Sige lang.
Icon, di ba?
Icon.
Where can I watch you perform?
Asa music? Where we at, bro?
No, more.
Our focus ngayon kay sa melody.
We're focused right now.
Wait, what's your minus one? Or you have like a band, DJ? What's your? How do you look like when you perform?
Yeah, they have a backing track na.
Like a DJ.
Yeah.
Like a DJ in between.
Yeah, the DJ will play the track and then they'll perform.
I'm trying to imagine Lamino and Deoza on stage, but
You've seen us perform before.
Remember the Christmas party we had
yeah.
2 years ago? This is the first time you saw them.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, that was. Oh my God, yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah.
But you know, so that's the way you look. Like,
Yeah.
Not really. It's like formal.
Yeah.
Formal.
Yeah, no practice, so batang ito mish up. So,
You gotta figure out that's the part, man, because
ay, 2 years ago itong
look is everything too, right?
Yeah, mag-choreo man sila and then they really like try to develop their look.
He's just complaining about his neighbor's chicken shit because it stinks. And it sounds like a heartbreaking song, right? But it's just about his neighbor's chicken shit.
Yeah.
Huh? So this is your point, right? Yeah. The way it sounds, man. It doesn't matter what he's singing about.
But the hook there is that what it actually means. Right?
Yeah.
But like, yun nga, it will resonate through the mood of the sound.
Yeah.
But that was intentional, Mongol. Intentionally wanted to use the thing that it's sad.
Yes, ang inyong iti, perting bahoang.
Palihog tabon o karton kay baho kayo ginte. So I guess that song sounds like it's a heartbreaking song, right?
Yeah.
If you listen to it, if you have no idea what he's talking about, like you did, because I know nga bag-ora ka na ibaw na karton og binisaya, right?
Yeah.
So you naghisgot ka kanamo og ganiha nga you learn your binisaya from one paasa. Is that what it is?
Yeah. And Cookie's song, Deep Loop.
That's hilarious, man. So we're still here with Elamino and Deoza together with his management group headed by Gian of Reverb Cebu Collective. And we're so happy that you're doing this, Gian, and I think we are all aligned here with 105.1 TMC. We are looking for the next big star. Our slogan, our battle cry, our mission is to find the next big star from amongst us, right? And I'm glad that you are doing this, and I hope that this radio station can be an instrument for that. This is all that we can do is support you guys and give you all that we have, our resources, our radio station, our YouTube, our social media, and maybe we can do some kind of music collaboration as well. So these guys are focusing on the holidays and on Sinulog, right? So what's the plan now, Gian, for Elamino and Deoza as far as Cebu Collective of Reverb is concerned?
Well, first and foremost, we would like to thank you, Jiggy, for giving us this platform.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, and then we would like to thank the people who appreciate CEEBOM, and also we would like to thank the people who hate CEEBOM. Keep on commenting.
Thank you. What's up? Keep them comments coming. Yeah.
Keep it coming. So the engagement and all that. Our plan really is to, it's part of our rollout to really time CEEBOM for Sinulog. So far, of course, every song is a risk, but like we're really happy that people enjoyed it, and then it's being played in the clubs. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you've been doing for the song, and we're really hoping that they can perform in major Sinulog stages, so that they can show their like undying love for Cebu.
You know what? What do you call this? Gian, you have an impressive lineup of artists, right? We just played a song from Felony earlier.
Yeah.
And you also have
Cali Hoods.
Cali Hoods, right?
Yeah. Like here.
Like here. What's that?
Like here.
Like yeah. But I hoped it was Layo. Like Layo ra kay mo na ako. I thought it was Layo.
Yeah.
But it's actually like yeah. So you have that, and of course these guys. So you mentioned that you're being played in the clubs like Central, like Proof, like Apex, like a Rabbit Hole. Tell us how it feels like when your song is being played in the clubs. How does it feel like, Elamino and Deoza? Go ahead, tell me.
Man, it's always exhilarating. Like, you don't get used to it. Like, every time you see people singing along the words, especially the first two lines, and they're just screaming in the top of their lungs, Basta sa Cebu. It always puts a smile on my face, man. And especially yesterday, I was in Rabbit Hole. I was behind a DJ. He played our song.
Okay.
I was just playing around. I asked him, "Do you know the artist, or do you know who made this song?" He was like, "No, like a DJ remixed this for me, but I don't know the artist."
Oh.
But it was me the whole time.
Oh, so
he didn't know. He just played it.
He eventually know that it was you?
No, I didn't tell him.
Oh my God! Who is this DJ? Do you know the name of this DJ?
Frankie.
DJ Frankie?
DJ Frankie's
Do you
from
realize
Bantayan.
that Elamino and Deoza was beside you?
I was behind the DJ booth.
Unbeknownst to you, the artist of the song that you were playing that was making the girls scream was just beside you. So it feels good, right?
It feels
How do you
good.
feel about Deoza? When mo ang kanta ipatokar sa radio, for example, if you hear it on the radio, if you hear it on in the clubs, how does it feel like?
Kato, it's every time, no, it's always a new experience because this is like a physical manifestation. Oh, makarelate sa namo. Like they relate to us. Like they sing our song. I mean, it has always been one of our objectives, our goals. But people should be able, or I mean, we should reach to people. They can sing, they can vibe, they can dance to our song. Yeah, so it's always a new experience for me because it is new to us. So that's it.
All right. And I think it's that time when we're about to play the song that is just exploding in the clubs, in the bars, and of course on 105.1 TMC. But before I do that, Gian, Elamino, and Deoza, tell us where they can catch you, where they can book you for events, where they can watch you live, or how they can support you. Where can they find your music? Because I think it is important. Like I said earlier, akong hisgot niyo earlier nga, it's not enough that you promote yourself. You've got to ask for help, ask for support. So where can they download your music? Because I think downloading your song on Spotify is a kind of support, right?
Yeah.
Right? And if you have like, because daghan kay tag mga kaigsunan na to nga nasa all over the world, right? You can easily download your music and pay for it, right? So tell us about where they can find you guys and how they can support you. Go ahead.
So first and foremost, we would like to give a big shout out to all the DJs. Reverb is not just artist collective, but DJ collective as well. So we'd like to big shout out to Kaiser Rave, Trax, Antonio, Simon, Matt, Mafel, and all of Charles and all of the DJs that played. MC Pau, Vic, Boss Vic, Victor Howe, and everyone who really has played in us. So you can definitely message us at Reverb Cebu, reverb.cebu, Instagram most of the time, or Facebook. And then here's Elamino and Deoza for their social account.
Yeah, on Instagram, Elamino Deoza without the end. It's just Elamino Deoza. And we have our separate accounts too. On my Instagram, it's Elamino.
Am I Deoza or Johnny Doza?
Yeah, Johnny Doza. You can find us on YouTube, all of the streaming platforms. Elamino and Deoza, you can find us there. And
how about on Spotify?
Spotify, we're out there too. All of our music is in there.
Can you kindly spell your names to us? Because
Elamino.
This is like a very new name.
Definitely.
And this is a name that you all should remember. Go
It's
ahead.
a mouthful, definitely. Elamino and Deoza, ELEMINO. And Deoza, DOEZA. That's it right there.
And here is the song, ladies and gentlemen, that is making them a huge, huge, huge hit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a song that did it all for them. Elamino and Deoza.
Let's go!
CEEBOM! Ngan hilang sa pinakasugbuan ng radio station sa Tibok Kalibutan, 105.1 TMC. The best of us. Come on!
Okay, sir.
Picture.